Good morning students, this is Kavita Lotalikar from Bhaskar Vaman Thakur School, Virar. Today I am going to teach you a topic on tenses. Students, you know that tenses are very important in the language of English. Your vocabulary increases once your tenses are perfect, and once your tenses are perfect, that means you will be able to survive anywhere in the world with the language of English. Now let me tell you what is tenses. Tenses means it tells you the time. What is it? It tells you the time and the work which we do. It tells you the time. Now I am teaching you English. So this is the present continuous tense. I eat apple. It is the present simple, or you can say indefinite term. Okay. And now when we say time, now time has three things. One is present, past and the future. Time has three things, that is present, past and future. Now just now I have introduced you what is tenses. Tenses means time. When you do a particular work at a particular time, or when you do it today, tomorrow or yesterday or day after, that is known as the time. So tenses means time, and time has three things, that is present tense, past tense and the future tense. Under the category of the present tense, we have the simple tense. Suppose I say Payal eats vegetable. Eats is the present tense, simple present tense, and you have to remember that in the present tense we usually have the S. Not always, but usually when S is there, it means it is a simple present tense. Then we have the past tense, which also has the simple past tense. Payal eats vegetable. Now I will say Payal ate vegetable. The third one is future tense. Again future, simple or definite, it is said that Payal will eat vegetables. Now we come down to the second part of it, that is continuous tense. Now Payal eats vegetable is the simple tense. Now continuous tense will be Payal is eating vegetable. Now same thing for the past tense, I will say Payal was eating vegetables. And future continuous tense, Payal will be eating vegetables. In the same way, when I say perfect tense, now simple perfect tense, when my sentence was Payal eats vegetable, I will say Payal has eaten vegetable. Now in the past tense, Payal had eaten vegetables. In the future tense, Payal will have eaten vegetables. Are you getting it? Okay. Now the last one is the same sentence in the perfect continuous tense. Now in the perfect continuous tense, you will use the word perfect tense. Which is the perfect tense word? Have, as and had. So perfect continuous means Payal has been eating vegetables. Now past tense, Payal had been eating vegetables. Now future perfect continuous tense, Payal will have been eating vegetables. Okay, it is very easy for us to remember these present, past and future tense. The thing is that we need to know when to use the particular word or the helping verb especially. Usually it is always noticed that students are very good in writing in the present and past tense. Continuous tense also it is easy. But when we give a perfect sentence, a word, which are the three words we use for a perfect tense? Now these three words which we use for the perfect tense are has, have and had. Okay. Now these two words are used for the present tense. It is used for the present tense, and this is the only word it is used for the past tense, perfect. When I say past perfect tense, only had will be used. When I say present perfect tense, I will use only as and have. Now suppose the same sentence, if I take Payal bakes cake. Payal has baked cake. Okay. Now again we have to learn the 3 parts of the tenses. Again the 3 parts of the tenses are the form of the tenses. Now when I say eat, ate, eaten, so these are the 3 forms of tenses. These are the 3 forms of verbs which you have to remember. Okay. Now whenever anybody tells you about perfect tense, you must immediately remember that has and have is the present perfect tense and had is the past perfect tense. Present perfect tense and past perfect tense. So when you learn this have as, you will never make any mistakes in your grammar sentences while framing them or while changing them. If you know which tenses or which perfect word is used for the present and which is used for the past tense. We will just see to a small example of it again with the helping verb. Now as we have seen, tenses is based on 3 things, that is present tense, past tense and future tense. Now do, does, this is a simple present tense. If I want to change this into did, if I want to change it into the past tense, I will use the word did. Payal does a work, Payal did a work, Payal will do a work. Okay. Now if I say she is working in the field, she works in the field, that works I told you S means it is a is. Now if I say they are playing football, if I had to change the same thing, they were playing football. So we have to take the proper singular and plural words for the, if it is plural. Now if I say children, that means it is plural. So I will say children are playing in the park, I will say children were playing in the park, children will be playing in the park. Now if I have to say the same thing in the perfect tense, I told you present perfect tense, Payal has eaten the vegetable, Payal had eaten the vegetable. Why? Because had will be only and only for the past perfect tense. And if I had to say the future, it will be the same. Payal will have eaten the vegetables. Now we have studied about perfect tenses. Now we will study how to change from simple tense to the continuous tense, from continuous tense to the perfect and perfect continuous tense. Now suppose my sentence in the simple present tense, I say she plants roses in the garden. Now will I write this in the continuous tense? In the continuous tense, that means it is a progressive tense, and progressive tense means ing. So when I say I am teaching you, so I am doing something right now, I am continuing doing my job. So continuous tense, if I say she is planting roses in the garden. She is planting roses in the garden. See, I told you this S, plants, this is a verb, and this verb is having a S. When you have S in the continuous tense, you have to see that it is written as is. She is planting roses in the garden. Now will I change this same sentence into the perfect tense. Now perfect tense, she has planted roses in the garden. So what am I using here? I am using the word has, present, because it is in the present perfect tense. Now if I say it's the same thing in the perfect continuous tense, that means present perfect continuous tense. She has been planting roses in the garden. Roses in the garden. Now what is the difference over here in this perfect tense? This is simple perfect tense, and here I am writing it in the perfect continuous tense, and you must always remember when as comes in the perfect tense, but when you are writing it in the continuous tense, it has to have a been to it. You must remember this. In the present continuous tense, for the perfect, we have to use the word been to it. We use as perfect, we use is in the continuous tense, and this is the simple one, the verb which is having the s to it. Now we have seen this in the present tense, how we write the sentence. The same sentence, how will we write it in the past tense? She plants roses in the garden is the present tense. So here I will write she planted. Why? Because it is in the past tense. She planted roses in the garden. Now will I write it in the continuous tense, past continuous tense. She was planting roses in the garden. Now the same thing, how will I write it in the past perfect tense? Remember, perfect and past. You have to remember perfect past means had. So you will write she had planted. She had planted roses in the garden. Got it? Now the same thing, past continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense. How will I write this now? She had been planting roses in the garden. Now what actually does this perfect word tell you all? This perfect word tells you that the work has already been done. That is why it is said to be in the perfect tense. That means the work which I have started is coming to an end or it is ended. Now we have just seen how present and past tense have been changed to various other tenses. Now we will see the future one. What is the future one? The same sentence we will take. She will plant simple future. So she will plant roses in the garden. Continuous tense, future continuous tense. She will be planting roses in the garden. Here you have to be very careful when you are writing will, and if it is a continuous tense, you should have a be to it. She will be planting. Always the sentence will come with be. Now perfect tense. She will have planted roses in the garden. Okay, she will have perfect future tense, future perfect tense. She will have planted roses in the garden. Now the last one, perfect continuous tense, future perfect continuous. She will is future. She will have been planting, continuous, no? So planting will be, she will have been planting roses in the garden. Got it? Now I will tell you how these three forms of words have to be changed when you are writing it in the present tense, past tense and future tenses. We have just seen how we change one sentence to the other sentences. That is, from the present tense we changed it to the past tense. From the past tense we changed it to the future. And from the present we changed it to the present perfect and past to the past perfect. Okay. Now we will see how the verbs have to be changed. Once you are aware of how to change the verbs for you, for your tenses, it will be very, very easy. Your sentence changing will be very easy. Now suppose I say the main verb is give. What will be the S form? I showed you that give will be gives. Okay. Give will become gives. What is the past tense of give? Will become gave. Okay. What is the present participle or continuous tense? Or we can say continuous tense participle, you can say progressive. So the progressive will become giving. Okay. Now when I say in the past participle, she has given me as becomes the past participle. So she has given me. So give will become given in the past participle. Okay. The same way for the second one. S form of draw will become draws. What is the past tense of draw? Past tense of draw is drew. Present participle is drawing. And what is the past participle? That will become she is drawing, she draws, and the past participle will become she has drawn. Got this? S form of eat will be eats. Okay. Past tense of eat will be I ate. And present participle of I am eating. I am eating. Now what will be the past participle of eat? She has eaten. So it will become eaten. Okay. The same way for show. S form of show is shows. Past tense will be he showed me. He showed. What is the present participle or present continuous of show? Will be showing. And if I say she has shown. See, when you write the sentence or when you say the sentence itself, the words come out. Now say present tense says. S form says. Past tense said. Okay. Present participle or continuous tense saying. And what will be this? She has said. This will become said again. Okay. Now the third one, go. Goes. G-O-E-S. Past tense went. And present participle or continuous will become going. And what is the past participle of go? Will be gone. Understood? If you learn this table by heart, it will be very easy for you to change from one to another tenses.